Preston, we don't know what the future holds, but if that's your last performance on this mound, it's an awfully good one. How would you kind of assess how things went tonight for you?
It was a good night. I kind of got tired after 2 outs in that last inning, but it was one of those nights where it was just everything was working. It was a good night on the mound, just to be out there soaking it all in. Like you said, if this is the last night on the mound of the dude, or if I come back next year, I don't know what the Lord holds for me, but if that's the last one, then there's some positives, and I felt good about it. But I could deal without that last hit. So,
if you were able to get through the 8th unscathed, would you have been back out for the 9th?
No, probably not. Selfishly, I would have wanted to, but being smart and knowing that we had our whole bullpen, I think the smart thing would do is just to put Casey in there, somebody to shut it down.
I guess, what are the thoughts kind of running through your head when you're going back to the dugout there in the 8th? I mean, trying to balance out, the good start that you had, but obviously, the disappointment you feel there at the end.
Tennessee's good. That's, the best lineup in college baseball, probably that college baseball's ever seen. And just, it was a grind from the first pitch. They're really good hitters. Walking back, it was kind of an emotional time. It was sad, but it was also good to, have a good outing. But just kind of, I felt the weight of the team on my shoulders a little bit, just kind of giving up the lead. Just me being me, just wanting to, give my team every opportunity to win. And I kind of, somewhat felt like I let them down, but at the same time was, happy with my performance.
Obviously, when you start cruising a little bit, they're doing things to kind of throw off your rhythm and stuff like that. I mean, does any of that, phase you? Does that get in the way for you? Or when you got that rhythm, is there really nothing that you feel like can stop it at that point?
I don't like it. I don't really think it messes with my rhythm. I think it's not the thing to do. Just play ball. I get, getting your breath, stepping out, taking a deep breath, step back in the box, let's hit, let's play the ball, let's play the game. And they were taking a little too long and just kind of, trying to throw everything off. So but it is what it is. It's a game of baseball.
I finally quit counting, but I think it was 16 or 17 consecutive fastball counts where you didn't throw fastball. You were throwing your changeup and spotting your breaking ball up, and it seemed like they were awfully confused. Was that part of your game plan? How would you kind of assess how you were able to execute that?
So looking back at last night, just taking the chart and just watching, I think all but like 2 or 3 hits came off of fastballs, and just I wanted to really be competitive in the zone with my fastball, but at the same time, like I said, they're the best hitters in college baseball, probably. They're especially the best lineup, and just to keep them off balance, just keep them guessing was definitely our game plan with me and Fox going in this thing.
Last night, Chris had kind of talked about how important it was to get a good start today, and Logan Tanner had said that he trusted you to be that guy to go ahead and do that. I mean, did you kind of feel that pressure coming into the game of knowing how desperately after losing by that margin last night that you had to come out and kind of set the tone early?
Man, last night was last night. It was kind of just coming in. Like I said, I wanted to give my team the best opportunity to win. And at the end of the day, I'm just thankful from the Lord to be in this opportunity, this position, just to go out there and get the opportunity to pitch at Mississippi State. This has been my dream from since I was 6 years old, and like you said, whether it's my last time or I come back next year, it's just the message was for me and Fox was just to go out, compete, and just soak in every moment, and just never lose focus.
And this officially eliminates you guys from the SEC tournament. I mean, just how hard is that to swallow after being national champs last year, and now knowing that your season's over after tomorrow?
It's sad. I mean, everybody in the country knows that this is not how Mississippi State season should have gone or that we wanted to go. But I mean, it's not like we're going out there and trying to lose. We're competing every night. We're trying our best. It's just the game of baseball, like Lamona said, it's finding a way to beat us every night, and it's been an unruly year. Last year was one of the best years of Mississippi State history, and just trying to come back off of that. I don't think there was that much pressure. I just think that this year was just not our year. It is sad. Of course, we know that we're better than what we've been playing, but at the same time, it's just like I said, it is what it is.
There's a lot of length in this Tennessee order. Now, you had a great outing against these guys, but what makes them so elite when it comes to hitting the fastball? What is it about their approach that makes them so dangerous?
I don't know. That's a good question, man. That's what we were trying to figure out in the dugout last night. They were pinch hitting guys with 10 home runs and batting over 300, and we were just like, what is this? They're just really polished players. I don't know what their really approach was. I think that they have a lot of guess. Like I showed tonight. Just trying to keep them off balance, and that's the only shot you got with those hitters, and just trying to compete. Good hitters hit the fastballs. If you make a mistake, they're gonna make you pay for it, and that's just them.
If this is the last riding maroon and white for you, what's this experience meant to you?
You're gonna get me crying, man. It's been something. Like I said, I'm extremely thankful from the Lord. He is the only reason I'm here. Since I was a little kid, I've been wanting to play here. It's been special. I've made a lot of connections, a lot of friends that will be in my wedding that I'll talk to for the rest of my life. Just the history we made last year. It's something special. It's something that I'll never forget, and something that will carry with me from the rest of my life.
What's it kind of been like for you this season, going from being a guy coming out of the bullpen, various different roles, to, wind up being one of those guys that, on a big night like this, your teammates do trust to go out there and get the job done?
It's been a journey. Last year we had, Bednar and McLeod and Sarantola and, just some guys. And, coming in, we're all competing for a starting job. And, last year we had this conversation 1,000 times, and it was just go out there, do your job, no matter what your role is. And I think that this year, the goal was to come back, be a starter, and just see what I can do, try to prove myself. And I think, it all worked out for me, fortunately. So, I think we could have had a better year, but it's been an experience.